Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back for another Total War video with the Terminator. Last week I started a series of videos spotlighting the best mods available right now for Total War games. Part 1 of the series saw mods like Thera from Medieval 2, a total mesh of different styles and cultures found throughout the Total War games all thrown in together, or Divide Et Impera, one of the best overhauls ever made. Today's video is part 2 in the series, covering more fantastic mods, universally loved as well as underappreciated that if you're into Total War right now, you just have to try. I'm hoping that by the end of this video, you are compelled to reinstall a Total War game or maybe two to try out these amazing mods because I guarantee it will be a completely new experience. Shogun 2 Total War has to be one of the best historical Total Wars we've ever had, and with the fall of the Samurai expansion, it's no doubt a fantastic, totally replayable game. But to make the most of your Shogun 2 experience, you absolutely need to try either the Darthmod overhaul or Expanded Japan. Darthmod is an overhaul that completely reworks game mechanics, graphics, and adds loads of new units to the game. Just like other famous overhauls like SFO for Warhammer or DEI for Rome 2, the mod aims to provide a more authentic and immersive experience to make the game ultimately more challenging and enjoyable. I highly recommend it because not only does Darthmod just have a great reputation anyway, but because it is really one of the best mods out there for any Total War game, period, especially for Shogun 2. Now, if you're playing Shogun 2 and wish there were more regions, more settlements, because let's face it, there isn't enough in the vanilla version, then you are not alone and there is a solution for you. Expanded Japan is a brilliant mod that adds loads of new regions as well as new playable factions to the base game only, which means you can't play this with any of the expansions. There are a few different versions as well, and it's not exactly compatible with any other overhaul mods either. So if you want a vanilla experience on a much more diverse map, which you can pepper with some mods here and there to enhance the game, then this is definitely for you. I've also got a few other mods I want to recommend here before we move on, including the Master of Strategy, Radius, and the Realism Plus mods, all really fantastic overhaul mods in their own rights. Next up, we have the Italian Wars Ultimate mod. This overhaul mod for Medieval 2 Total War introduces 23 playable factions on a completely new map with loads of new regions for the player to experience the time period of 1493 to 1559. And as you guessed it, it's more focused on the Italian factions of this era. So you can play factions like the Duchy of Ferrara and Modena or the Republic of Siena to fight the other Italian states as well as France and the Habsburgs to gain ascendancy over Italy. It's a fantastic immersive mod with loads of new units, random events, and great little factions that are super fun to play, so I highly recommend this one. You can download the mod over on ModDB or Total War Center where the latest Ultimate version is available, and it's a simple installation process as well, so absolutely worth giving a try. While we're on Medieval 2, I also want to quickly recommend Europa Barbarorum 2 for all my historical accuracy fans out there. I'm sure you've heard of it, but if you haven't tried it yet, then this is the universe giving you a sign to do so. It's an incredibly well done mod and a nice step up from the original for Rome Total War that you just have to try. I'm not going to do it justice here with a small speech about it, but I will be spotlighting the mod in its own video, so stay tuned for that. Attila Total War, in my opinion, is such an underrated Total War title, but beyond that, it's got a long list of underrated Total War mods as well. Two of my favorites are Fall of the Eagles and Ancient Empires. Now, I am definitely recommending you try these mods here, but I also want you to keep in mind that there is a lot of work to be done on them. There are bugs and compatibility issues, so just take it in stride. Fall of the Eagles is a battle and unit focused overhaul mod from the mod team that created the Rise of Christianity mod for Rome 2, another fabulous mod by the way. FOTE looks specifically at historical accuracy with fleshed out factions and unit rosters and highly realistic large-scale battles. Pair this beautiful mod with Europa Perdita, a campaign overhaul mod, and you have one of the best and most underrated Total War experiences that puts realism at its heart. On the other hand, we have Ancient Empires, a mod similar to FOTE and Europa Perdita that overhauls the game into a more realistic and challenging version of the base game. This time, though, the start date is set just before the Battle of Zama between Scipio and Hannibal. If you're looking for a very authentic Roman or Carthaginian campaign, then this is 100% the mod for you. That being said, I do want to repeat that these are works in progress. You might run into issues, and for Europa Perdita's case, you might hate the edict system just a little bit. But bear with it and play through because it's definitely worth any of the negatives. This next one is a big one, guys, and arguably one of, if not the best mod for Napoleon Total War right now. Napoleonic Total War 3 is essentially a deep dive into making the game as historically accurate, detailed, immersive, and challenging as possible. The mod adds over 10,000 unique and historically accurate units. 10,000, with over 35 playable factions and loads of new battle maps as well, including Waterloo, Austerlitz, and the like. It's just such a well done and fleshed out mod. It's built with a focus on multiplayer experiences as well, but the single player campaigns for the base game and the peninsular campaigns are still really good and worth a try in my books. The team also have plans to finish off the Egyptian campaign and work on the Italian campaign as well, so there are lots more coming in the future. Overall, though, it's a passion project by people who love the time period and wanted both an immersive single-player experience as well as a much more fleshed out and historically accurate multiplayer experience. So really good stuff, guys. That being said, if you are looking for something more single-player focused, I would highly recommend you check out the La Montée de l'Empire mod, which is actually a combination of 3 different historical mods put together to provide a more authentic historical Napoleon experience. Finally, guys, I want to spotlight a couple mods for Thrones of Britannia. Yes, it's not the best Total War, but with some mods, it's decent. And if you're looking for a good Viking era Total War, then you can actually make this game a really cool experience with these mods. Crucible of Kings is an overhaul mod that aims to slow down the campaign experience, make it more historically accurate, and change gameplay mechanics to be a bit more balanced compared to vanilla. From some of the modders that created Divide Et Impera for Rome 2, it makes some really great changes to the campaign, from being able to loot cities or having seasonal effects, to adding a vassal, claimants, and title system, making province management a bit more immersive and engaging for the player. Overall, it's a great mod that definitely enhances gameplay and will certainly not disappoint. It's still being worked on, so keep that in mind and look out for updates, but still definitely a great mod. If you are looking for something a bit more fleshed out and ready to go though, then absolutely try ShieldWall, another overhaul mod that adds loads of units, new mechanics like population and a food storage system, and much more. It's a great looking mod that still has a bright future as well, so definitely give it a try and keep an eye on future updates for it. And that's it for today, guys. A great set of mods, both popular and underrated, that I'm absolutely sure you will enjoy and that I highly recommend you try, especially if you've never played mods before. There are so many mods out there to choose from, so believe me, I know this is just scratching the surface. I'm thinking of expanding this series as well to more underrated Total War mods, so let me know what you think of these in the comments section below and tell me your recommendations as well. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, give it a like and drop any thoughts or questions in the comment section below. Subscribe for more Total War content, gameplay, and news, and especially if you'd like to see part 3 of my mod recommendations. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.